and they shall fall down unto thee.
So meaning they're going to bow down to us. Okay? Because the children of Israel, we're the sons of the living power. All right? They're going to acknowledge us as the true princes of Yahweh.
That's right.
Of the power, man. All right, we're going to be gods on the earth, so they're going to bow to us. Okay? And they're going to realize all them idols and them gods that they used to worship, they're gonna know, like, no, man, these are the gods right here. All right, we're dealing with their power, man. Okay, starting with Yahweh Shah.
They shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely God is in thee, and there is none else. There is no God. Verily thou art a God, thou hidest thyself.
The reason why they use those is because they know that they really don't have. They really know that they don't really have a spirit. And notice how he's talking about
wickedness. Folks, cursed is a man who trusted man.
They're doing it because they want to speak over what we're doing. These guys are set up, man.
And will not see when good comes.
They've been missing in action for I don't know how long, but now all of a sudden they're back. And they want to come back with multiple guys, multiple megaphones and shit. Hey, but even if they talking loud on those microphones, nobody's dealing with them. And that's what they don't like. They can't see and comprehend why people give us more attention than them, even though their word is louder.
Right, and more comfortable than what people have been taught in this land.
Yep.
They look like fools.
That's because it's spiritual. They're not dealing. The Lord ain't with them heathens, man, and them simple niggas. All right. The Spirit is dealing with his men. You know? And there's never no edification coming from
nothing.
Fucking heathens like that. Yeah, man.
They run around like Jesse Jackson with no Bible.
Yeah, man. They sound like an actual cult. They sound like the cult, man. Because you hear the same shit over and over.
No precept.
They ain't teaching, they ain't prophesying. It's just vain.
Ain't asking no questions, answering no questions.
They don't even understand what they're saying. Well, let's, you know, finish it off. You said it was more?
Let me hit one side, one side.
He said he had a little more.
No, I was just fun about that.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
They shall make supplication.
They keep walking.
And they shall fall down unto thee. They shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely God is in thee, and there is none else.
And that's what not only the Cushites and the Mizraimites, the Hamitic nations, but all nations. That's the conclusion they're going to come to when the Lord returns and He grant us with that spiritual power, and we become like Him and be joint heirs with Him. All these nations are going to see that we're the sons of the power, that the Most High deals with us. They're going to realize that over the years they looked at us as nothing because we were enslaved, we were all over in the ghetto, in the slums, we were looked down upon over all nations. All right? Everybody that look at us as the same. Those same said people, they're going to see that we're the actual people of the Lord. All right? And they're going to have no choice but to bow down. Or else heads are going to roll. Go ahead.
And they shall fall down unto thee. They shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely God is in thee, and there is nothing else. There is no God. Verily thou art a God, thou hidest thyself, O God of Israel, the Savior. They shall be ashamed and also confounded.
Yeah, all these nations, they're going to be confounded. They're going to be confounded. All the idols that we worship to, man, they were idols, man. We see that y'all, and the Lord always, it was always examples. The heathen always saw the Lord's power. All right? Every time we went into slavery and the Lord delivered us, they always got to witness our power, man. And then that's when they would acknowledge that the Lord is actually dealing with us as a people. Well, that's going to happen again. You know? But that was just a, you know, we could cover all type of spectrums with it, but that whole Ethiopian shit, you gotta disregard that, man.
For real.
All right? They're not our people. They're compared to our people.
In color only.
Like it says in what, Amos? Are you not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me? You know? That didn't mean that we're the same people. You're like as the heathen unto me. That's it. Jake ignorant. When you get that Samaritan woman, you can well account or whatever you can. Or if you want to go.
He has saddlebags.
Go ahead. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for.
Talk about the salvation when Yahweh Shai comes back. That's right. They're going to realize who's being saved are the actual people of the Lord, man. And they're going to realize it's nothing but Negroes, man. Negroes and Hispanics and natives get caught up into the ships.
That's gonna be love.
And they're going to be like, damn, them the same people that we looked down upon that lived in the ghetto, in the slum. We call them nothing but niggers and spicks and wetbacks, you know, and monkeys. You know, that's
They
why they
getting
gonna
delivered, and here
think
come
it's
these bombs.
strange. Yeah, man.
It says, and they
Take a
repenting.
picture of the sign, man. Take a picture of that sign. I was just letting you know you take a picture of the sign.
And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this is he whom we had sometimes in
No
the vision."
pictures of us. No pictures of us.
I just told him that.
Read that part again.
And this is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, verse 3. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this is he whom we had sometimes in derision or in captivity
Oh,
or
John River.
Yeah,
control
man.
over.
Is this the man that we called a nigger, a spick, a wetback?
Yeah.
You know, he was a proverb and a byword in the cities. You know, it's gonna be amazing to them. And then they're gonna have that shame like that. We fucked up because we look down upon these people. All right, we didn't never think highly of these people, man.
Not at all.
Look at the condition that they were in.
And a proverb of reproach.
Yeah, you know, these people.
We're the standard of reproach.
Yeah.
We're the standard of somebody talking shit about us, of somebody doing wrong. You chastise somebody, it's always good to go chastise. That's why the cops love dealing in our neighborhoods, because they always gonna find some crime going on or something they can get us for in the ghettos and in the hood.
It's always something.
Something. There's always something we got going on wrong. You know? It says, we fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of God and his lot among the saints? But in plural form, the people. We're talking about the people more than just the individual elect of Israel. You know? How are these the people of God? How are they numbered among the saints? How come ain't no white people or no Ethiopians or whatever else
Going up.
there? You know?
Yep.
Well, they wasn't out on the line, number one.
Hey, it's funny, you start looking at Bible stuff, there's white people all over that, man. There's just a lot of people all over the Bible, but teaching the truth,
No,
it's
none.
only Jake. Well, you know, some look white,
I
but
forget
they
that the one white woman that's always on TV that looked like the Joker. Her mouth twisted up like the Joker, and she got a show she be having on TV. Never reading out the Bible, man. They walk away from the Bible and just walk the stage and talk. Walk the stage and talk. She looked just like the Joker, man. Can't think of her name.
We ain't gotta get it, you know, because we pretty much already covered how they even got in the land to prove that Samaritan woman was she was a Cushite, man.
I'm gonna cut you off, bro.
I'm good, man. I just want to make that look fun. Nothing.
Because it's common sense, man. If she was an Israelite, Yahushua wouldn't have cut her as bad as he did, man.
Right.
He wouldn't have cut her. He wouldn't have cut her off like that. To say that you have no place in our mountain to worship, you don't know who you worshiping. For him to say that, he's basically saying, man, you a heathen.
Just a thought-provoking part of that was you a heathen, but your husband that you have now is a Jake. Go get him.
Yeah.
But the other 4 husbands you done had, you know, when he cut her because like the husband you think you have now is not even your real husband.
That was
go get
cold.
the one you got, but he asked him to go get the husband now.
Yep.
I have no husband. Oh, well, it's well said you don't have a husband.
That's cold.
You know?
Yeah, man. This is Deuteronomy.
Not just hypocrisy, adding, you know, not adding to the scripture, but just something that a thought process that can be truthful. You know? Nothing to teach, but something to think about. So, and it's not really even important to think about it. She ain't an Israelite. No matter what her husband is, either way. That has nothing towards salvation for you. That's not going to help you get salvation knowing what her husbands were, none of that.
Get Lamentations. Lamentations verse 1, first chapter. I want to say around the 10th verse.
So the things of the heathen entered into the sanctuary, congregation, shall not enter into the congregation.
Yep.
I just want that verse, right?
Yeah, just get that verse.
This is Lamentations chapter 1, verse 10.
Because Yahushua even knew this, man. He worked perfect in the law. So that's another reason why he sent that Cushite woman away. This is why. Go ahead.
It says, Lamentations 1 and 10. The adversary hath not spread out his hand upon all her pleasant things, for she hath seen that the heathen entered into her sanctuary.
Yeah, the heathen, which is the adversary is the heathens.
Yeah.
All right, Edom, Moab, Ammon, Cush, Elam, you know, the Egyptians. All right, Ishmael. Go ahead.
Whom thou didst command that they should not enter into thy congregation.
Yeah, man. They can't enter into the congregation. They can't worship before the Father, man.
That's a good scripture right
know?
there. That's a good one right there, bro.
They can't enter in. So if she was an Israelite, the Lord would have, he wouldn't have came at her the way he did. The Samaritan woman at the well. She was a heathen, so she couldn't come in. She tried to enter in. Her forefathers, they all were up in there, but we just went into the history. They came in there and they had to get taught how to, keep the laws, but they still didn't worship the Father. They still was worshiping the gods that they worship. But they couldn't come in and worship because they don't know the Father. And that's why he told her, you know not what you worship. For we know what we worship. Okay? So
this is Deuteronomy 23. I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, a bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, Yahweh. And who's the fatherless? The heathens. They don't have the Heavenly Father. Yep. Only Israel has the Heavenly Father. Right? It says, even to the 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of the Lord. An Ammonite or Moabite shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
Hey, and that's a cut on because you got certain individuals out there that try to teach that Ruth is an Israelite.
Right.
She was not an Israelite, man.
Nope.
Okay. She was a Moabite, a Moabitess.
Yep.
The female way of saying the feminine way of saying a Moabite, man. She was a Moabitess.
Or today known as the Chinese.
She would be considered a so-called Chinese woman today.
And only thing that Ruth got special was that she was just in the lineage of King David.
Yep.
That's it. Nothing else. That she married the grandfather or great-grandfather of King David. I forgot which it was. I forgot which it was.
You talking about Ruth?
Ruth married.
She married Boaz. He was his
great-grandfather, right?
his great-grandfather.
Right.
Because you had Boaz, then you had Obed, then Jesse, then David. You know? Matter of fact, let me see. This is Ruth chapter 4, verse. I'm gonna start at 1. It says, "Then went Boaz up to the gate and sat him down there, and behold, the kinsman of whom Boaz spake came by, unto whom he said, Ho, such a one, turn aside, sit down here. And he turned aside and sat down. And he took 10 men of the elders of the city and said, Sit ye down here. And they sat down. And he said unto the kinsman, Naomi is come again out of the country of Moab, selleth a parcel of land, which was our brother Elimelech's. And I
Which was part of our nation. It ties us into to being a part of Israel. Right? Talking about Naomi being a part of Israel. She's coming to sell a piece of land. Who and they knew who she was because she was her father was a brother. I forgot who it said it was. Was the brother? Read up a little bit the line that you just read.
It says, and he said unto the kinsman, Naomi is come against, so like again out of the country of Moab, selleth a parcel of land, which was our brother Elimelech's.
Which was our brother Elimelech's. How did she get that? Did she get it? Because she got it because it was passed down to her.
Passed down. Inheritance.
And I thought to advertise thee, saying, Buy it before the inhabitants and before the elders of my people. If thou wilt redeem it, and redeem it, but if thou wilt not redeem it, then tell me that I may know. So like this is not the account. This is not it.
So the end of that chapter, I think.
I think so. Basically, the account where Naomi was trying to tell Ruth. It might be before.
It's
the old ladies.
Chapter, right?
They get none, man. They see brothers out here, they don't. They get it.
Right.
I got it. I'm gonna start at shall I tell about the whole account or just that part?
You can read up something.
Okay, verse 8 is Ruth 1 and 8.
Okay.
It says, and Naomi said unto her 2 daughters-in-law, not her daughters, but her daughters-in-law, right? Go return each to her mother's house. The Lord deal kindly with you, as ye have dealt with the dead, and with me, her sons who had died, right? And it said, the Lord Yahweh grant you that ye may find rest, each of you, in the house of her husband. Then she kissed them, and they lifted up their voice and wept. And they said unto her, Surely we will return with thee unto thy people. And Naomi said, Turn again, my daughters. Talk about daughters-in-law.
So she was trying to cleave.
Yeah.
Because she was married, until her son, right? Now she was a heathen woman. Now, in this case, even though she was a heathen, she was trying to cleave unto us. Why? Because
Orpah and Ruth were the 2 daughters.
Right.
And both of her sons, Naomi's sons, had died.
right, they married her, so she's gonna. Of course, when you marry a woman, you put your spirit on her, man. So they're gonna cleave to you and your family, man.
That's right.
You know. So that was what happened in this case. All right.
But she was not of the nation of Israel, though.
That's exactly.
Let me read up. Verse 4. I'll jump back down. And they took them wives. This is verse 4, 1 and 4. And they took them wives of the women of Moab. It said Israel said of the women of Moab The name of the one was Orpah, and the name of the other was Ruth. And they dwelt there about 10 years. And Mahlon and Chion died as both of them, also both of them. And the woman was left of her 2 sons and her husband.
Yep.
Talk about Naomi and her husband.
So
her 2 women left.
Her 2 sons that passed, they both had 2 heathen women that they married, man. So she was basically left with her son's wives, what happened to be her 2 daughters-in-law. So she had 2 heathen daughters-in-law, man. You know, that's strange, right? But that's what happened.
Let me read the verse back down in verse 11. And Naomi said, turn again. I read 10. And they said unto her, surely we will return with thee unto thy people. And Naomi said, turn again, my daughters. Why would ye go with me? Are yet there any more sons in thy womb, that they may be your husbands?
Basically,
You
should.
It says, turn again, my daughters, go your way, for I am too old to have an husband. If I should say, I have hope, meaning I should have another son, I'm too old to have children anymore. So I can't get you another son out of my womb. It says, if I should say, I have hope, if I should have an husband also tonight, and should also bear sons.
Will you tarry?
You know, would you tarry for them till they are grown? Are you gonna wait till they grow up? You know, it's a long time. I mean, 12 or a little bit older.
They be the cougars and shit.
Right.
They be cougars.
Right.
They gonna be some old cougars.
However old they was then, they would have to be 12, 13 more years more to deal with her sons if she had them.
That was the only way they was coming in if she had some more sons.
He said, she says, verse 13, would ye tarry for them till they are grown? Would ye stay for them from having husbands?
Yeah, would you keep yourself free?
Yeah, would you not?
You wouldn't be out there messing around. Yeah.